And in this forgiveness, creating the conditions for accountability rather than defense or rejection or turning away or not acknowledging. Like loving kindness, it doesn't insist on total absolution or absolute forgiveness, but is a journey held in our intention. To free ourselves of the constrictions and the contraction of living in that small space of self-judgment. It is also a process that we can drop into and drop out of in the rhythm that feels most healing for us. There's no right way or wrong way to do this practice. If at any point it becomes triggering, switch to something else. This practice allows us to cast our awareness and recollection back to the places where we have lied, not been honest, or have avoided telling the truth, or where we have broken the precepts, taking what hasn't been freely offered, or harming another being, or being harming in our sexual relationships, or abusing, no, I don't want to use that word, of not being in balance in how we ingest whatever we ingest. And often, even though we know we've done these things, we haven't actually turned to ourselves and said around these different incidents, honey, I want to forgive you. May I forgive you? May I allow myself to unburden any small or big shame or blame or judgment that I've been carrying around this event or action. So take some time and see where you would like to begin. It might be helpful to include in the unburdening the understanding that given the conditions we lived under and what we were taught, we were doing the very best we could under those circumstances. In consideration of this, may I forgive you, or may I forgive myself for wanting to impress people and not being authentic, who I really am. In understanding, I was protecting myself. May I forgive myself. May I allow myself to be a student of life and still to be learning. May I allow myself to be imperfect, to have made this mistake multiple times. May I allow myself to be a student of life, learning. Maybe for the times we haven't been honest in our relationships and shared our feelings, or attractions with other people, or just that we haven't been direct about our needs and requests, where we haven't stood up for ourselves. May I forgive myself. May I allow myself to have made these mistakes, some over and over again. I know at each moment I was doing the best I could given the circumstances of my life. May I unburden myself of blame, shame, and judgment. May I allow myself to be imperfect and make mistakes. If I can't find forgiveness, no problem. I just sow the seed in my stream of consciousness that it might arise when I'm ready. May I forgive myself for not following the impulses of generosity. May I forgive myself for turning away from myself over and over again over these years. For turning away from my grief or hurt, sorrows or pain. May I allow myself to be a student of life and still to be learning. May I forgive myself for thinking my opinions are the best ones. May I forgive myself for creating a hierarchy of respect, ignoring some people and elevating others. forgive myself for thinking I'm not a good enough spiritual practitioner, meditator. May I allow myself to be imperfect. May I respect my own timing and unfolding. If you feel ready and comfortable bringing in someone that you know you've hurt, seeing them clearly in your heart space. And asking for forgiveness. As I'm learning to forgive myself, may you also forgive me. May you allow me to be imperfect and make mistakes, to be a student of life and still to be learning. May you forgive me. I'm learning. I want to be accountable, and this is the beginning. And if you can't forgive me now, I understand. May you in the future. There might be some other people that you would like to call in, saying goodbye to the first person and calling in others if you feel ready to. Maybe it helps to begin with little things. Whenever you need to, returning to the breath, sounds, the ground underneath you. If you feel ready and you haven't taken a break, taking a break by returning to whatever anchor feels the right anchor right now. Holding yourself with care. If you feel ready to end this practice, see if you would like to call someone up. And this is to begin with a very little hurt. I just thought of my English teacher at high school who would slash through my essays and fail me over and over again. Calling up someone, whoever you feel ready to call up, seeing them clearly in your heart space, addressing them. May I forgive you? That is my intention, given the circumstances of your life and everything you went through. I understand you were trying to do the best you could with limited resources and support. May I forgive you? May I allow you to be imperfect, still to be a student of life. May I forgive you? And if in saying these words I feel resistance, no problem. I plant the seed, and when I'm ready, may that forgiveness blossom. See if there's anyone else you would like to call in. And lastly, may I forgive myself for not being more forgiving. May I allow myself to be a student of life, still to be learning. Imperfect at forgiving. May I unburden my heart of judgment, blame and shame. May I allow myself to be where I am. And whenever you're ready, letting all these beings that you've called up, letting them go. Appreciating your practice, this practice and your practice of the day. Taking a moment to really appreciate it. Appreciating everyone else's practice that supported you. May the blessings of our practice contribute to our well-being, each other's well-being, and the well-being of our families, friends, communities, and out into the world. Just take another moment, resting, relaxing. And with this, we come to the end of the meditation. Thank you, everyone.